What's up, everyone? Um, so today we're gonna be talking about a little something different, off topic. The NHL yesterday released a new playoff format, a 2014 playoff format for what everyone's calling the COVID Cup. In this format, the top four teams of each conference will play in a round robin in order to determine seeding. Then the next 12 teams after that, the next 8 teams after that, being from 5 to 12, will play each other in a alternate era. So 12 will play number 5, 6 will play number 11, 7 plays number 10, 8 versus 9, and a best of 5 series. The winner of that series will go on to play the seed. So 8 versus 9 will go to play the first seed. 5 versus 12 will play the fourth seed. 7 versus 10 will play the second, and 6 versus 11 will play the third. The first two rounds, the play-in rounds, and the first round, I'm pretty sure the second round as well, they will all be in a best of 5 series. That's what I'm predicting. However, the Eastern Conference, the conference finals and the Stanley Cup finals, I'm pretty sure will be 7-game series. I think that'll be the best case scenario. In these playoffs, so the 24 teams are from the Eastern Conference. The top 4 are Boston, Tampa, Washington, and Philly. Personally, looking at it, where I think they're going to stack up, I'm thinking Boston's probably going to stay first. Boston, in my opinion, they're going to get the first seed. Second seed, I wouldn't be surprised if Washington got it. That's just my opinion. Why I feel like Washington is going to do really well in this, right? Obi, right, having rest and whatever, right? Even he just got a kid, he's got new motivation, right? You want to go win another cup. You want 2 and 3 years. Third, I want to put Philly third. And the reason why I want to put Philly third, because I feel like Tampa's just going to choke it. They're going to do something like this is just starting to become their nature. That they're just going to choke it again. And honestly, if they didn't win that cup in 2004, I think they would probably have a very very long choking history to go through. But I think they're going to come out flat. Um, I think they're probably going to come out flat, and they're probably going to get fourth. In the West side, you've got St. Louis, Avalanche, Vegas, and Dallas. Who do I have coming out first? I'm going to go the Avalanche. I think they're going to do quite well. St. Louis second. I think especially if Jordan Binnington gets hot like he did last year and he stays consistent, I'd probably see them first as well. Vegas, I can see them going second or third, and then Dallas, I can see going either third or fourth. Then we actually get to the play-in rounds. So the first play-in round I want to talk about is Carolina versus New York. If Carolina loses, and let's say they lose that round, and they get the first overall pick, that pick goes to the New York Rangers, who they just played. So if the Rangers go and win the Cup, and the Carolina Hurricanes get the first overall pick, they technically get that first overall pick because it's not top 10 protected. That would be a madness in itself. Second series, so who do I think have coming out that one? I don't know. The Rangers are a hot team. They're doing really well. Like the Hurricanes. There's two ways the Hurricanes can go. They either drop out immediately, or they're going to the Eastern Conference Final, or farther. If you go back in their history, every single time they've made the playoffs, they've gone to the Eastern Conference Final or farther, which I find really interesting. Next series, Islanders versus Panthers. Panthers being Panthers. I wouldn't surprise if they made it a series, but I think Islanders are going to come on top of that one. Penguins versus Habs. If Carey Price gets hot, and the Habs just play really well as a team, they can give the Penguins a run for their money. That being said, if Matt Murray gets hot, and the Penguins gel really well, the Penguins are going to give the Habs a run for their money. So I think either way, that can come out either way. I'm not putting a prediction on that one. That can go out either way. And then the last but not least, on the Eastern side, Toronto versus Columbus. Remember I said I thought Boston was going to get first, and there's a reason why I think Boston's going to get first. One, that they're really good, and two, it'd only be fitting that Boston gets the first seed and Toronto, let's say Toronto takes it to 5 to Columbus. Columbus really gives it to them, right? But they eke out. You play Boston in a 5-game series. The Demons come back, and I think in order for Toronto to go win a Stanley Cup, they have to do what the Capitals did with the Penguins, right? They'll face them over and over in the second round or the first round, whatever, right? They just can't get past them. They can't get past them. They can't do it. And then the one year they do it, they go and win the cup. I think if the Leafs finally beat Boston, the year they beat Boston, right? I see them as, okay, they're either going to the final, the conference finals, or they're going to win the cup. That's what I think. In the West, you've got Nashville versus Phoenix, 6 versus 11. I got Phoenix. I really want to see Phoenix do well. Nashville is kind of on a down low, and Pekka Rinne is still too good right now. 7 versus 10th, Vancouver versus Minnesota. I'd rather have Vancouver go in. They're a Canadian team. They're a lot younger. Minnesota's on the downswing. They're in their final years. Their window's closing. Oilers versus the Blackhawks. Blackhawks somehow being in here. I don't know how. They get hot. I think they can go all the way. But it's going to be a tough first round. I think that series is going to 5. That's another one where it's just like, hey, let it play out. And then Calgary versus Winnipeg. 8 versus 9th. That will be a tough series. It'll be tough. That's gonna be a good series. I don't know who's gonna. Personally, you know what? I want Calgary coming out of this, because I want Calgary versus Oilers in the playoffs. That playoff series will be a madness. A madness. That will be a series for the ages. Especially, I think if it goes to the Eastern Conference Final. That a 7-game series, and sorry, not the Eastern Conference Final, the Western Conference Final, a 7-game series and the conference final between those two rivals, especially what's happened in the past year. Oh baby, that is must see hockey. That is must see. Early predictions winning the who might win the cup. It's anyone's game. Everyone's had a break, everyone's rested, but everyone's rusty at the same time. So, honestly, you can make a case and argument for everyone. But I don't know. So, hopefully we can get this thing started by like July. I want to say July. No, not July. I want to say August. Let's say we can have this in August and be done by the beginning of September.